You're like me and you want to lose weight so that you're not always going to be shaped like a walrus, or you're battling your own health conditions, my goal is to inspire you to get out and grow your own food. So with that being said, I'm Nate and welcome to my urban garden. It is the end of January, and if I want my garden to perform even half as good as it did last year, and if you saw my last video, you know that my garden didn't do extremely well. It did decent, but it could have done better. But if I want my garden to be as prolific as it can be, I've definitely got some work to do. So I want to get started early. Well, actually on some of this stuff I'm already behind. But anyway, neither here nor there. There's many tasks that need to be done starting this month in February. No questions, no ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses. Let's just get it done. But before I get to handling these tasks, I just want to take a moment and say thank you. The last video I put out has gotten almost 10,000 views in not even 14 days. And the channel has grown from 407 subscribers to over 840. And most importantly, there has been so much love and advice given. And I can't say with words how appreciative I am of the outpour of positivity. So throughout this video, I will be showing some of your comments that you all have left. I know I have not gotten a chance to respond to them, but I do plan on over the next week responding to as many of them as I can, as well as liking all of them. So once again, thank you all so much for the support. You don't know how much it means to me. And I would just like to send from my heart to yours, from my home to yours, love, support, happiness, prayers, and positivity. And stick around to the end because you may just see your comment shouted out in this video. One thing I noticed that I tend to do, and I feel like it's wasteful, is when I sow seeds, I go to the store and I buy soil. And I was just thinking, why do I do that? When I can literally just go to my backyard. I've already purchased soil. I can sift it, make it light and fluffy, and just use it. I mean, it's gonna go back out there anyway. So that's what I decided to do this year. All right, garden task number 1, get soil. Mission complete. Let's get to task number 2, sowing seeds. All right, y'all, I'm in my house, in my pajamas, quite comfortable. And I'm gonna sow my seeds. And I got quite a bit to sow. As you can see, I got 6 containers, each with 21 pods. So we're gonna sow quite a bit of stuff. Oh, if you didn't know, yeah, I got some pineapples back here growing. So hopefully this year in the garden we'll be able to get some pineapple, or at least get these established and going, so that we can get some pineapple maybe next year. But anyway, we're going to be sowing some seeds. It is the end of January, and I'm going to be sowing not only actual food, but I'm going to sow some flowers like marigolds and things like that to bring some more pollinators to the garden. So let's get started. Now, before I even get to this part of the video, I do want to take some time out to let you all know, unfortunately, my camera was dying consistently throughout the recording process of me sowing seeds. So some of the footage you may not see from one angle, and it'll only be from the close-up angle. So hope you can forgive me. I'll make sure that I try my best not to let this happen again. But thanks as always. So I got my soil from outside. Actually, I'm gonna get a cup. Hopefully the soil doesn't have any critters in it. I put it in a garbage bag. I covered the bucket just in case there was anything in it. It'll be in there. And I let the soil actually sit for a few days. Now I'm going in here to see how things are looking. No money spent on soil. Well, at least not at this point. I spent it before. Now I'm gonna start off with my cucumbers, and I'm going to plant 16 cucumber plants this year. So we'll start with those. Gonna wet my soil just a bit because I'm actually gonna primarily focus on watering from the bottom with these. All right, so I will plant these. Now that I've set those up, I'm gonna actually cover them and I'm gonna just write cucumber on here so I know what's in it. Those are my cucumbers. The other 3 pods, the other couple of pods that's left, I will be planting more than likely some marigold or something like that in it. Now, let's get to our next one. All right, next up is my watermelon. I'm gonna be planting 6 different varieties of melons this year. The green honeydew, I'm gonna do 5 of each melon. So I'll get that started. In order to try to get the best germination rate I can, I planted 2 seeds per pod, and as they grow, I'll thin them out to 1 seed or 1 plant per pod when that time comes. Next up is going to be the Crimson Sweet. And I get pretty much most of my seeds from Seed Vault. They're non-GMO, heirloom, so one, 2, and again, these are the Crimson Sweet. Next up, I'm gonna get to the Tender Sweet, the orange. I hope we get these. I'm so excited about these. I've never had the orange melon. Oh wow, these seeds they're different looking. Check those out. They almost remind me of squash seeds. Anyway, 1, 4, and 5. And last but not least, my sugar babies. I love the fact that melons give you seeds. 3, 4. All right, next up, I'm gonna plant bell pepper. As y'all know, we eat some bell peppers in this house, so I'll be planting 36 pepper plants. 36. So I'll get to those. 35 and 36. Definitely had enough seeds for all the peppers. So all good. 36 pepper plants. All right, y'all, this is actually where my other camera died. So all that was left was for me to plant 22 marigold plants and 22 sunflower plants. And I want to say 8 of those sunflower plants are going to be the giant variety or the big variety, and the rest of them will be the dwarf variety. So the dwarf I'll plant throughout the beds, and those 8 I will plant on the outsides of the beds. and the marigolds will also be within the beds. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope I was able to inspire you to get growing. Let me know in the comments what you all plan on planting in your gardens, if you garden, and if you don't garden, let me know what you would like to plant or what you may want to see me plant in the future. But as always, take care of yourselves, take care of those around you, take care of your garden, and it'll take care of you. Catch you all in the next video. Peace.